Tonight on Connecticut's news station, a frightful fall. A child in the hospital after falling from a third-story window. We have the newest information. And pride in the capital city following Saturday's main event, the celebration of the LGBTQ community extended by some city businesses.
Wet weather continues to start the week, and we continue to watch Hurricane Lee, the latest track and how close it could come to New England later this week.
Now at 10, this is Fox 61, Connecticut's news station.
Well, thanks for joining us on the Fox 61 News at 10. I'm Matt Karen. We begin tonight in Hartford, where Pride was celebrated this weekend. When you think about Pride celebrations, you typically think they're during the month of June. That is, however, Pride Month. But not here in the capital city. All weekend long, the city has been celebrating in Pride, ending with highlighting a few locally owned LGBTQ+ businesses. Fox 61's DeAndrea Turner talked with some business owners today and the leaders of Hartford Pride Fest about why they chose the month of September for their celebration. She joins us here in the studio with more. DeAndrea.
Well, Matt, Hartford Pride Fest began happening almost 15 years ago, and as this weekend's festivities wrap up, some local businesses also wanted to highlight other locally owned LGBTQ+ small businesses. It's an established Hartford tradition.
Our big event is in September, and that was done with the purpose of not having to compete with cities like New York, Boston, Providence. A lot of the people were going to those cities to celebrate.
Every second Saturday of September since 2009, you can find pride, fun, and love in abundance at the Hartford Pride Fest.
We had over 6,000 people march through yesterday.
And on Sunday, the celebration continued. A pop-up called Pride on Pratt was held at a local Pratt Street business, Gentle Bull Shop.
But like, who wouldn't want to jump on this bandwagon of like pride? Because it is something that is like near and dear to who we are as humans and what our business kind of represents. So it's just like we should be able to like put our footprint in something that could be beautiful. Giving a spotlight to other local LGBTQ+ business owners like Hannah Francis.
To have businesses like this allow me to showcase my work is what allows artists to prosper.
Officials with the Hartford Pride Fest say that's what it's all about.
To bring awareness and, the love and, like you said, the compassion that we have with each other.
And what better way to do so than an unaccustomed Pride Month?
I like that it's celebrated in September because it kind of gives us, like, as a community in Hartford to like celebrate on our own and have our own time.
But I think having this allows us a little like cozy comfort pride.
And organizers of this event are already planning for next year's event, year 15. In the studio, DeAndrea Turner, Fox 61, Connecticut's news station.
And now we want to turn to the weather watch. It was a wet and rainy weekend. It's really hard to remember a summer that's really been this stormy. And it looks like the severe weather threat isn't over just yet. Let's check in with meteorologist Ryan Breton. Hi, Ryan.
Hi there, Matt. Good to have you here on a Sunday night. Hi, everybody. It was a very wet weekend, and it's been a wet few days. Look at some of these rainfall totals since Friday. Unionville, more than 4.5, almost 5 inches of rain. About 2.5 inches in Hartford and almost 2 inches of rain in New Haven. Out there tonight, it is warm and muggy, and we have a few showers. There aren't the downpours that we saw in spots last night, but it is a damp evening, and it's certainly warm and humid. There are some more showers and storms to the south, and the problem tomorrow is this front that's been over the northeast the last few days isn't going anywhere, so we have another chance for showers and storms tomorrow. For the rest of this night, though, it will be mild and muggy. Areas of fog possible and a few showers. Temperatures dropping into the upper 60s and low 70s. Out the door tomorrow morning, plan on a lot of clouds and a few showers around. Some patches of fog possible early, especially in the river valleys. Then a little bit of sun will develop with another chance for showers and thunderstorms tomorrow afternoon and evening. So playing out a lot like the weather we had today. Not much sun, and you've got to be ready for rain at just about any time. Hurricane Lee now re-strengthening. These hurricanes that tend to be long-tracked and last a while go through fluctuations in intensity. And this weekend, it weakened a little bit, but now it's starting to ramp up, and it's forecast to become a Category 4 hurricane again, making a run toward Bermuda on Friday. The big question is what happens after Friday as it gets closer to us. We'll detail that, show you the latest forecast, and much more coming up. Matt?
All right, Ryan, thank you. Now we want to get to Norwich, where a child is expected to be okay after a scary fall from a third-floor window. This happened around 3 p.m. on Laurel Hill Avenue. Officials tell Fox 61 the child fell about 20 feet and was rushed to Bacchus Hospital. That child was conscious and is now in stable condition. Well, one person is dead, another seriously injured after a head-on crash in Danbury. This happened around 2 a.m. this morning on Route 7. A wrong-way driver crashed into another car going southbound on the highway. The driver in the car heading south passed away. The wrong-way driver is currently in the hospital with serious injuries. Anybody who saw the crash is asked to contact Danbury police. A family in Litchfield County is without a place to call home tonight after their home was destroyed by fire. Take a look at these dramatic photos. This charred shell is all that's left after these flames and smoke engulfed the home at 189 Litchfield Road in Norfolk. The fire so intense, 6 area fire departments were called in to help put it out. The good news is the homeowners are all safe this evening. One firefighter was taken to the hospital after hurting their wrist. Still no word what caused the blaze. State and local fire officials are investigating. The fire forced the closure of Route 272 from Route 44 to Route 263, but it has since reopened. Well, right now, police in New Haven are trying to figure out who shot a man in the area of Printers Lane. The man who was shot in the stomach managed to walk himself into Yale New Haven Hospital at around 4:30 this morning. The man is in stable condition, but he wasn't able to give police too much information about who shot him. But officers were able to find multiple shell casings on Printers Lane near Ella T. Grasso Boulevard. If you have any information that may help police, you are asked to give them a call, or you can anonymously text a tip. Well, new tonight, Waterbury welcomed a special visitor today, House Democratic Minority Leader Hakeem Jeffries. The New York congressman joined Connecticut Representative Johanna Hayes for a worship service at Grace Baptist Church. The church is a cornerstone in the community and one of the oldest congregations in the city. Leader Jeffries was the morning speaker for Leadership Sunday, where the theme of the day was new leaders, new voices for a new community.
Letting people know that your voice matters, and really just connecting with community and impressing upon them that we understand what you're going through because we are you.
This is an important time in America where we're going to continue to work hard to bring people together, to put people over politics, to fight for lower costs and better paying jobs and safer communities, defend democracy, fight for freedom.
Now, Representative Jeffries was elected as House Democratic leader last year. He made history as the first black lawmaker to lead a party in Congress. Today, across Connecticut, grown men carried each other 22 miles to mark the 22 veterans who die by suicide each day in the United States. The event, organized by the Veterans Military Support and Advocacy group called Shepherd's Men, set up 4 different sites in Connecticut, including 8.5 miles from Hartford's Minuteman Park to the Iwo Jima Memorial in New Britain, and then another 8.5 miles from Sherwood Island State Park to Westport to Purple Heart Monument Park in Norwalk. The final 5-mile event carried people to the 9/11 Memorial in New York City. The group aims to support military veterans and first responders by calling attention to suicide and PTSD. Well, it was a celebration of heritage today at New Britain's 4th annual Italian Festival. As expected, traditional Italian food was a big highlight of the event hosted by Festa Italiana Incorporated, complete with a spaghetti eating contest. Who doesn't love that? And of course, there were other features too, like music, dancing, homemade wine contest, and the procession of the Madonna, the Virgin Mother of Jesus.
I like seeing the community come together. I love interacting with the people. I'm the guy who's going to be selling espresso today.
But the most important thing is to bring the Italian heritage and give out to the community. That's what we hear, and that's what our goal is from day one when we started this.
Like the glasses there, Festa Italiana Inc. also works to give back to the community through donations. The organization donated a total of $15,000 to 3 local charities last year. Beneficiaries of this year's festival include the YWCA New Britain and the Boys and Girls Club of New Britain. People were encouraged to shop handmade this weekend at the 3rd annual Fine Art Festival in West Hartford. The event, hosted by the West Hartford Art League, featured nearly 40 artists. Their work ranged from pottery, stained glass, printmaking, paintings, drawings, and wood carving. Artists say sharing their passion is one of the highlights of the festival.
Just seeing other people who do the same thing I do and get them to, you know, kind of dig a little deeper, find out why they do it. And it's like our own little language, our art language.
Now, the annual event is a fundraiser for the West Hartford Art League. The 89-year-old nonprofit offers year-round art classes, a summer camp, and monthly exhibits.